Operating Circular No. 2 effective November 1, 2009. 1. Federal Reserve Bank's Operating Circular No. 2. Cash Services. Effective November 1, 2009. Operating Circular No. 2 effective November 1, 2009. 2. Cash Services. 1.0 Scope. 4.2.0 Defined Terms. 4.3.0 Obtaining and Receiving Cash Services. 6. 3.1 Requirements for obtaining and receiving cash services. 6.3.2 Order and deposit frequency. 7.3.3 Cross-shipping. 7.3.4 Custodial inventory program. 7. 4.0 Deposits of cash. 7. 4.1 Cash that may be deposited. 7.4.2 Deposits of currency and coin. 8.4.3 Mutilated currency. 8.4.4 Contaminated currency and coin. 8.4.7 Mutilated coin. 8.4.8 Credit for deposit. 8. 5.0 Orders for cash. 9. 5.1 Cash provided. 9.5.2 Orders for currency and coin. 9.5.3 Cash shipment verification. 9.5.4 Debit for shipment. 9.5.5 Advance receipt of new OR special coin releases. 9.5.6 Mint coin order, 0.10. 6.0 Handling differences in cash. 10. 6.1 Notice of claim. 0.106.2 Difference determinations. 0.106.3 Dispute of adjustment. 0.10. 8.0 Responsibilities for deposits and shipments of cash. 0.11. 9.0 MISCELLANEOUS. 0.11. 9.1 Effect of this circular on previous circulars. 0.119.2 Amendment. 0.11. 9.3 WAIVER. 0.11. 9.4 TITLES. 0.11. 9.5 Forum, Governing Law. 0.11. 9.6 Indemnity. 0.11. 9.7 Responsibility for Services. 0.11. Appendix 1. Custodial Inventory Program. 0.13. Article 1 General. 13. Section 1.1 Terms. 0.13 Section 1.2 Supplemental Definitions. 0.13. Operating Circular No. 2 effective November 1, 2009. 3. Section 1.3 Manual of Procedures. 0.14 Section 1.4 Eligibility Requirements. 0.14 Section 1.5 Vault Requirements. 0.14 Section 1.6 Deposits and Withdrawals. 0.14 Section 1.7 Property Rights. 0.15 Section 1.8 Accounting for C transactions. 0.15 Section 1.9 Minimum holdings and inventory cap. 0.15 Section 1.10 Security and monitoring. 0.15 Section 1.11 Reports, quality monitoring. 0.15 Section 1.12 Master account. 0.15 Section 1.13 SUBCONTRACTOR, assignment. 0.16. Article 2 Termination. 0.16. Section 2.1 Termination. 0.16 Section 2.2 Termination for cause. 0.16 Section 2.3 Additional remedies. 0.17 Section 2.4 Institutions' obligations upon termination. 0.18 Section 2.5 Suspension. 0.18. Article 3 Independent Contractor. 0.18. Section 3.1 STATUS. 0.18 Section 3.2 Full Control. 0.18 Section 3.3 Background Checks. 0.18. Article 4 Standard of Care and Indemnity. 0.19. Section 4.1 Standard of Care. 0.19 Section 4.2 Responsibility for losses of currency. 0.19 Section 4.3 Indemnity. 0.19 Section 4.4 Interest on unpaid claims. .19 Section 4.5 Notice of Claims, Loss, NONPERFORMANCE, Delay or Adverse Change. .20 Article 5 Compliance, .20 Section 5.1 Compliance with Laws. .20 Section 5.2 Books, Records and Accounts, .21 Section 5.3 Right to Audit. .21 Section 5.4 Emergency Access to the Facility, .22 Section 5.5 Limitation on Third-Party Access. .22 Section 5.6 Litigation, .22 Section 5.7 Federal Reserve Regulations and Operating Circulars. .22 Article 6 Survival of Rights, .22 Article 7 Notices, .23 Operating Circular No. 2 effective November 1, 2009. 4. 1.0 Scope. This circular and the Cash Services Manual of Procedures contain the provisions that apply to an institution's cash transactions with a Federal Reserve Bank. An institution that orders cash from, and/or deposits cash with, a Federal Reserve Bank is, by such action, deemed to have agreed to all the provisions of this circular and of the Cash Services Manual of Procedures, as they are amended from time to time. Each Federal Reserve Bank has issued an operating circular identical to this circular. In the event of any conflict between this circular and the Cash Services Manual of Procedures, the circular will control. 2.0 Defined terms. For the purposes of this circular, the following definitions apply. 2.1 Inches account means an institution's, or its designated correspondent's, account on the books of a Federal Reserve Bank. See Operating Circular No. 1, Account Relationships. 2.2 Inches BEP means the Bureau of Engraving and Printing of the Department of the Treasury. 2.3 Inches Business Day means any day that we are open for conducting all or substantially all our banking functions, but excludes Saturdays, Sundays and holidays. The Federal Reserve Bank's holiday schedule is posted on the website. 2.4 Business Week means Monday through Friday. 2.5 Inches Cash means currency and coin. 2.6 Inches Cash Services means ordering cash from and/or depositing cash with a Federal Reserve Bank. 2.7 Inches Cash Services Manual of Procedures, or CSMOP, means the Cash Services Manual of Procedures, which is published on the website, and which can be found at the following frbservices.org link: http://www.frbservices.org/files/operating_circular_2_cmop.pdf. 2.8 Inches Circular means this operating circular 2, Cash Services, and any appendix, exhibit and supplement or schedule referenced herein, as amended from time to time. 2.9 Inches Coin. 2.9.1 Inches Current Coin means coin that is suitable for continued circulation, does not show excessive wear or damage and can be identified readily as to genuineness and denomination. 2.9.2 Inches Uncurrent Coin means coin that shows excessive wear due to natural abrasion, but that can be identified readily as to genuineness and denomination and is machine countable. Operating Circular No. 2 effective November 1, 2009. 5. 2.9.3 Inches Mutilated Coin means coin that has been bent or twisted out of shape, punched, clipped, plugged, fused or defaced but that can be identified as to genuineness and denomination. 2.9.4 Inches Contaminated Coin means coin that may pose a health risk or safety hazard to individuals handling the coin due to exposure to substances like chemical, liquid, biological or other contaminants. 2.10 Inches Covered Denomination means, for purposes of cross-shipping and the custodial inventory program, $10 or $20 denomination notes. 2.11 Cross-ship means you deposit fit notes of a covered denomination and order the same denomination within the same business week in a zone or sub-zone. 2.12 Inches Currency. 2.12.1 Inches Fit Currency means a note that is suitable for continued circulation and is sufficiently clean to allow its genuineness and denomination to be readily ascertained. Current Federal Reserve fitness guidelines are available on the website. 2.12.2 inches unfit currency means a note that is not suitable for further circulation because of its physical condition, such as torn, dirty, limp, worn or defaced. 2.12.3 inches mutilated currency means a note that has been damaged to the extent that 1/2 or less of the note remains, or its condition is such that its value is questionable and special examination by trained experts at the Department of the Treasury, Bureau of Engraving and Printing is required before any exchange is made. 2.12.4 inches contaminated currency means a note damaged by or exposed to a contaminant to the extent that it cannot be processed under normal operating procedures or may pose a health or safety risk. 2.13 inches de minimis exemption means a specified number of bundles per calendar quarter that an institution may cross-ship without incurring a recirculation fee. The amount of the current exemption is specified on the website. 2.14 inches dual control means that two employees maintain custody of a currency and/or coin shipment and both verify it to the appropriate records. 2.15 inches endpoint means an institution's head office or branch office, or any cash operation center or vault operated by or on behalf of an institution, that has been assigned a 4-digit endpoint identifier by the Federal Reserve Bank for purposes of obtaining cash services. Operating Circular No. 2 effective November 1, 2009. 6. 2.16 inches Federal Reserve dock means a Federal Reserve Bank's dock or a dock at an off-site coin terminal 1 or cash depot 2 we have authorized. 2.17 inches institution, U, or, your, means an entity that uses cash services provided by a Federal Reserve Bank. 2.18 inches official authorization list means the form completed and submitted by you identifying those individuals in your institution authorized to transact business with and provide instructions to the Reserve Bank, on your institution's behalf, except with respect to matters covered in Operating Circular No. 10. Lending. 2.19 inches recirculation fee means the standard national fee assessed by the Federal Reserve Banks on cross-shipped currency. Current recirculation fees are specified on the website. 2.20 inches sub-zone means a designated smaller service area within a zone. Current sub-zones are specified on the website. 2.21 inches UCAP fee means the fee assessed by a Federal Reserve Bank, pursuant to the UCAP policy, if you exceed cash service usage, as specified in the UCAP policy. Current UCAP fees are specified on the website. 2.22 inches UCAP policy means the Federal Reserve Uniform Cash Access Policy published on the website. 2.23 inches we, us, are, Federal Reserve Bank, or FRB, means the Federal Reserve Bank that is providing cash services and/or making the custodial inventory program available to the institution. 2.24 inches website means the Federal Reserve Financial Services website at www.frbservices.org, or such other location as a Reserve Bank may designate. 2.25 inches zone means a geographic area in which a Federal Reserve Bank office offers cash services as specified on the website. 3.0 Obtaining and receiving cash services. 3.1 Requirements for obtaining and receiving cash services. To obtain cash services, you must have, or be eligible to have, an account on the books of a Federal Reserve Bank, and have access to a communications system designated by us. You are required to comply with the provisions of Operating Circular 5, Electronic Access, which 1A coin terminal is a secure facility operated by an armored carrier that holds Reserve Bank inventories of coin, and that receives deposits from and fulfills orders of coins for institutions on behalf of a Reserve Bank. 2A cash depot is a secure facility operated by a third-party, armored carrier or depository institution that receives deposits and distributes currency on behalf of the Reserve Bank to institutions in the region. Operating Circular No. 2 effective November 1, 2009. 7. include maintaining the confidentiality and security of any access control features, such as PINs, that we provide to you. To receive cache services, you must comply with the procedures contained in the Cache Services Manual of Procedures, including any material referenced in the CSMOP that is published on the website. 3.2 Order and deposit frequency. Subject to the UCAP policy and subject to Section 3.3, cross-shipping, of this circular, we provide a basic level of free access to cache services for all institutions. Deposits or orders beyond the basic level of access will be assessed a fee, depending on the volume and frequency of the access. For more information about the basic level of free access and the UCAP fee, see the CSMOP. If you cross-ship currency, you may be assessed a recirculation fee as specified in Section 3.3. 3.3 Cross-shipping. If you deposit fiat currency in a covered denomination, $10s and $20s, and order the same denomination within the same business week and within the same zone or within the same sub-zone 3, a recirculation fee will be assessed at the end of each quarter for each bundle of currency you cross-ship above the de minimis exemption. You agree that you will not implement any policies or procedures to circumvent the goal of promoting recirculation of fiat currency in a covered denomination. If, in our sole judgment, an institution attempts to circumvent this goal by reducing its reported cross-shipped volume without increasing recirculation, for example, by alternating the business weeks in which it orders and deposits currency, the Reserve Bank may apply the recirculation fee to such deposits or orders. 3.4 Custodial Inventory Program. The Custodial Inventory (CII) program is a program established by the reserve banks, in accordance with the Federal Reserve Currency Recirculation Policy, which is available through the website, pursuant to which an eligible institution can hold currency in covered denominations in its vaults on behalf of a reserve bank. The program is described in more detail in Appendix 1 of this circular. 4.0 Deposits of cash. 4.1 Cash that may be deposited. We accept for deposit only genuine U.S. currency and coin. We do not accept foreign or mutilated currency or coin. We may refuse cash deposits, defer or reverse credit, and/or return deposits if you fail to comply with any of the terms of this circular. Returns are at your risk and expense. We also may refuse a deposit if the integrity of a bag or container appears to have been compromised or if a seal does not effectively deter access to its contents. 3. We monitor endpoints within a sub-zone separately from any endpoints in the rest of the zone. We monitor endpoints in other parts of a zone as a group separate from the endpoints in the sub-zone. Operating Circular No. 2 effective November 1, 2009. 8. 4.2 Deposits of currency and coin. To deposit currency or coin, you are responsible for complying with the procedures set forth in the CSMOP, including but not limited to the piece counting, verifying for authenticity, assembling and packaging requirements. 4.3 Mutilated currency. We do not accept deposits of mutilated currency. We may refuse a deposit or debit your account if your deposit contains mutilated currency. You may send mutilated currency directly to the Department of the Treasury, Bureau of Engraving and Printing (BEP). The address is found in the CSMOP. The director of the BEP is the final authority for the settlement of a mutilated currency claim. Information regarding mutilated currency is available on the internet at http://www.bep.trees.gov. 4.4 Contaminated currency and coin. To deposit contaminated currency with us, you are responsible for complying with the procedures found in the CSMOP for handling contaminated currency. We do not accept deposits of contaminated coin. Please refer to the CSMOP for procedures regarding contaminated coin. 4.5 Counterfeit or unlawfully altered currency or coin. We do not accept deposits of counterfeit or unlawfully altered currency or coin. You should forward counterfeit or unlawfully altered currency or coin directly to your local U.S. Secret Service office. If we detect counterfeit or unlawfully altered currency or coin in your deposit, we forward it to the Secret Service and your account is charged for the difference. 4.6 Uncurrent coin information on how the FRB handles deposits of uncurrent coin can be found in the CSMOP. 4.7 Mutilated coin. We do not accept deposits of mutilated coin. We may refuse a deposit or debit your account if your deposit contains mutilated coin. You may send mutilated coin directly to the U.S. Mint. The address for the U.S. Mint is listed in the CSMOP. Mutilated coin is not redeemable at face value. It is redeemable only at its bullion metal value as established by the Director of the U.S. Mint. 4.8 Credit for deposit. Your account is credited on the day we accept a cash deposit from you at a Federal Reserve dock. Credit is subject to adjustment for any difference, counterfeit, altered, or mutilated cash, or other irregularity we detect when we verify your deposit. Operating Circular No. 2, effective November 1, 2009. 9. 5.0 Orders for cash. 5.1 Cash provided. We fill a cash order only with U.S. currency and coin. Except as provided in the CSMOP, orders are first filled with fit currency and current coin, as inventory levels dictate. We may, at our discretion, reduce cash orders to maintain currency and coin inventories. 5.2 Orders for currency and coin. To place an order for currency or coin, you are responsible for complying with the procedures set forth in the CSMOP, including but not limited to ordering methods, standard units for orders, and the ordering schedule. Additionally, you are responsible for verifying the information in your order. If you submit an erroneous or late order, we may charge you for any resulting costs we incur. 5.3 Cash shipment verification. You are responsible for verifying each cash shipment you receive from us for. We will not honor any claim you make with respect to a shipment of cash that you have not verified in a manner acceptable to us. For information on the verification process, refer to the CSMOP. For a shipment received and accepted from an armored carrier intact without any discernible discrepancy, if there is a difference in your strap and bundle count, note the difference and telephone us immediately for further instructions. If there is a difference in your piece count, follow the instructions in Section 6.0, Handling Differences in Cash. 5.4 Debit for shipment. Your account is debited on the day your cash shipment leaves the Federal Reserve dock. 5.5 Advance receipt of new OR special coin releases. The Reserve Bank may, from time to time, provide you with the opportunity to order and receive new or special coin in advance of the date such coin will be released to the public, subject to any terms and conditions the Reserve Bank may require, including, but not limited to, the standard units for orders of such coin. You may distribute such coin to your head office, branch offices, cash operation centers or vaults operated by you or on your behalf, and respondent banks. Other than the above, you agree to not distribute such coin to any other party, including your customers or the public, prior to the public release date the Reserve Bank announces in writing, and to comply with all related Reserve Bank requirements. If you distribute such coin to cash operation centers or vaults operated on your behalf, or to respondent banks, you must ensure that they are obligated to comply with all of the provisions of this Section 5.5, including the requirement that subsequent third-party agents or respondent banks to which they distribute such coin are likewise obligated. Noncompliance by you, your third-party agents or your respondent banks shall entitle the Reserve Bank to seek any or all four we require, at a minimum, that you control and verify a cash shipment under dual control. Operating Circular No. 2 effective November 1, 2009. 10. Available remedies including, but not limited to, refusal to fill future orders for advance receipt of such coin releases. Information on this process can also be found in the CSMOP. 5.6 Mint coin order. For a large coin order, we can arrange for the coin to be shipped directly from the U.S. Mint to you or to another location, at no cost to you. These orders are subject to special procedures, including debit procedures, that would be communicated to you. Please contact us to make such arrangements. When you request that a Mint shipment be sent directly to a third party, Department of the Treasury rules and regulations covering direct shipments of coin to an institution apply. More information on this process can be found in the CSMOP. 6.0 Handling differences in cash. 6.1 Notice of claim. For any claim you submit for a difference in a cash shipment you receive from us or our authorized cash depot operator or coin terminal, you must comply with the procedures set forth in the CSMOP, which differ depending on whether the shipment was fiat currency, new currency, or coin. These procedures include, but are not limited to, the requirement that we must receive the notice within 5 business days, 15 for coin, after you receive the cash shipment, or we will not be liable for a difference and will not consider the claim. In addition, we will not be liable for and will not consider a claim for a difference if you have paid out uncounted cash received from us or if the claim is submitted by a third party. You must cooperate fully with us and promptly provide such assistance, information and documentation as we deem necessary in our investigation of a difference. 6.2 Difference determinations. We determine whether to approve a claim regarding a shipment of fiat currency or coin. The BEP determines whether to approve a claim regarding a shipment of new currency. The Mint determines whether to approve a claim regarding a shipment of new coin. 6.3 Dispute of adjustment. You must give us written notice if you dispute an adjustment we make to your cash deposits. The notice must comply with and include the information in the procedures set forth in the CSMOP. These procedures include, but are not limited to, the requirement that the notice must be received by us within 5 business days of your receipt of the adjustment advice. 7.0 Transportation of cash. You must contract directly with an armored carrier for cash transportation services. You must immediately notify us in writing, signed by one of your officers listed on your official authorization list, of any armored carrier providing cash transportation services for you and any changes in your armored carriers. You must provide us with a list of names and sample signatures of the armored carrier personnel who are authorized to pick up cash shipments for you at the Federal Reserve dock, and you must require the armored carrier company to notify us in writing immediately of any changes to the list of